When getting into the later months of the year, October, November, December, in our season of harvest, one of the very fun things I like to do, especially with my clients, but I like to do personally, is the whole idea of this video, and that's to daydream about your future. Now, I know that's not going to be hard for a lot of us. A lot of the days we daydream just about anything. When we've reaped what we have sown, when we are collecting in the harvest, we're showing gratitude for what we've got, what we've accomplished, who we have around us. The next stage that we need to look at is to daydream about our future, but not only daydream, give little loosely defined goals that in the next coming months we'll be able to either put more weight onto them, make them more concrete, give a little bit more clarity to those goals, but we're able to establish something early on while we have this emotion of euphoria, this positive emotion, where again, we're feeling grateful for all the things we've accomplished and all the things that we haven't accomplished that maybe we fell short on and we were able to learn from. This whole daydreaming about our future, it lays the groundwork that we get to do a little bit more work on in our future of where we want to go. Now, we should have had this done all the way in the beginning of the year, but we're looking at micro goals. We're looking at our smaller goals, like I use as a rungs on a ladder. When you climb up that ladder, we use these micro goals to get us to that next rung. So this daydreaming is helping us to either redirect our efforts if our first action plan and goal wasn't where we wanted to go. So now through this year, when we've accomplished what we wanted to, when we fell short of some of the goals that we wanted, and we learned through that, now we have a better understanding and a better trajectory and path that we want to go to. So we're laying this loosely defined groundwork. We'll call it the gravel of the path, right? We're all walking this path, this journey in our life. A lot of the journeys could just be a loosely trotted field. We're talking about laying some gravel work so we have an actual path that we're looking down. But in the future, you want a concrete path. You want a roadway, almost like a highway towards your goals, right? You want that fast lane in the highway. But again, here we're laying loosely bound gravel on this path, so we have an idea. So we have a vision of where we want to go and how we want to go down this path. So while we daydream, while we think of these grandiose things and how we want our life to be, this helps to reinforce this feeling of euphoria, this feeling of accomplishment and positivity that we want to continue in our lives. So that again, in November, especially in December, when we start creating those action plans, really solidifying those goals so that when we go into Q1 of the next year, 2024, we can plant those seeds that we can then again harvest in Q4 of season of harvest in 24. So we're laying the loosely played groundwork so that we can adjust, because the path that we're looking at now is a path that we love. We love it right now, but in the next couple months, we might find that we don't have the resources for that path. So if this is the path, we might have to adjust it this way. Well, now we find that we don't have the time that we think we need. Well, we need to adjust it this way. So we're constantly adjusting. And even when you have this concrete path, this concrete trail and journey that you're going to overtake next year, and we plan this out in December, you can still adjust that, right? Plans should be fluid. We should think and incorporate these pitfall plans as well, so that we know that we've taken out all those loosely hanging fruits of the things that will distract us or push us off our path. We've identified those. We've identified things to get rid of them or at least take them off the path. So now all we have is the hard things that are going to throw us off our path. And through the years, through the months, the days, the weeks, we'll learn to be disciplined, persistent, courageous, and all these beautiful attributes and traits. We'll learn these along the way so that when those big detractors come and they try to nudge us off our path or they knock us off the horse, we can get back up, walk that path, or get back up and get on that horse and continue moving forward. We can adapt, we can adjust, and we can overcome. So in this week and in this month, I really want you to daydream on your future. Visualize your future. You have a goal out there. You have an idea of where you want your life to be, who you want to be in the future, whether that's a year, 5, 10, 15 years out there. With a lot of my clients, what I like to do is, especially the younger ones, go out 40, 50 years into the future and see where you want to be. Might sound crazy, and again, all plans change. We need to adjust with all the rolling punches and everything else that comes in front of us. But if we have a vision out there of 40, 50, and for some of you might be some of my older clients, 30, 20 years, go out as far as possible, but you know where you want to be out there. You have this grand idea. So then you can start shooting for that. You can start laying that loosely played gravel down to that pathway so that you can start walking that path and developing into the person you want to be. So when we daydream of our future, we visualize our future. We're visualizing these different us's, this different you that is going to be completely different than the you are right now. But you want to be able to see it. And what they say is when you can see it, you can achieve it. So this is where we start mentally laying that groundwork as well. We start mentally creating that future you so that you can step into your greatness. You can live that happier, healthier, more joy-filled life because you've envisioned it. You've envisioned it in your mind to where your mind's going to help you get it, and then you can walk that path. Visualize your future. Daydream during this harvest, during this area of gratitude and reflecting on your journey and reaping what you have sown. We can daydream on who we want to be, what we want to be, and really sit in that feeling, really sit in that emotion, almost like you're taking a bath in it. Just sit there and let it soak into you. Enjoy what that might be, whether you're in a loving relationship, you have a loving family, whether you have a bustling career, whether you have that Lamborghini, or you have that, winter house in the Bahamas, whatever it is, whatever your goals might be, you can achieve it if you can see it. The how doesn't matter right now. It's the visualization. How doesn't matter. Don't worry about how it's going to happen, how you're going to create this. How is this ever going to work in the small little town you live in or the dead-end job you're working at? That doesn't matter. Visualize it so that everything in your being, your subconscious, your brain, your mind, the universe can start attracting that to you, and it will. If you believe it will, if you believe that's where you want to go and you start working towards it. So visualize your future. Daydream on where you want to go. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me with this video on daydreaming for your future. And I hope I have given you a little bit of information and some insight and some valuable tools and tricks that can help you in your life to create the life that you want, to not be so afraid, but become a beacon of light for others because you've accomplished what you've wanted to accomplish. So thank you again for giving me your time for this video. I appreciate it. I value it. Thank you. If I could ask you to do 3 things for me. The first thing being, could you comment below on one of the things you might be visualizing for your future? What is out there that's a grand dream of yours that you want to live in the real world? I'd love to celebrate that with you. The second thing is to subscribe to this channel. I greatly appreciate you doing that because that'll help get this content out there for other people who might be a little afraid, who might be a little reserved and not sure where they want to go or what they want to do. This can help them do that, and getting this positive information and knowledge out there can help the world be created into a better world. And the third thing is head to my website, thechangeoperative.com. Sign up for the Red membership. It's a daily transformational video membership where I give daily transformational videos based on personal development, on trauma, limiting beliefs, creating plans and goals, your habits, your mindsets, a whole bunch of other stuff. So sign up for the Red membership on thechangeoperative.com. It's only $5 a month, but you'll get so much value out of it. You'll be able to use this information from day one. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you next week.